Chapter 6. In space travel, you see, said Slotty Bartfast, as he fiddled with some instruments in the room of informational illusions. In space travel. He stopped and looked about him. The room of informational illusions was a welcome relief after the visual monstrosities of the central computational area. There was nothing in it, no information, no illusions, just themselves, white walls, and a few small instruments that looked as if they were meant to plug into something that Slotty Bartfast couldn't find. Yes, urged Arthur. He had picked up Slotty Bartfast's sense of urgency, but didn't know what to do with it. Yes, what? Said the old man. You were saying. Slotty Bartfast looked at him sharply. The numbers, he said, are awful. He resumed his search. Arthur nodded wisely to himself. After a while, he realized that this wasn't getting him anywhere and decided that he would say, what, after all? In space travel, repeated Slotty Bartfast, all the numbers are awful. Arthur nodded again and looked around to Ford for help, but Ford was practicing being sullen and getting quite good at it. I was only, said Slotty Bartfast with a sigh, trying to save you the trouble of asking me why all the ship's computations were being done on a waiter's check pad. Arthur frowned. Why, he said, were all the ship's computations being done on a wait? He stopped. Slotty Bartfast said, because in space travel, all the numbers are awful. He could tell that he wasn't getting his point across. Listen, he said, on a waiter's check pad, numbers dance. You must have encountered the phenomenon. Well, on a waiter's check pad, said Slotty Bartfast, reality and unreality collide on such a fundamental level that each becomes the other, and anything is possible, within certain parameters. What parameters? It's impossible to say, said Slotty Bartfast. That's one of them. Strange, but true. At least, I think it's strange, he added, and I'm assured that it's true. At that moment, he located the slot on the wall for which he had been searching and clicked the instrument he was holding into it. Do not be alarmed, he said, and then suddenly darted an alarmed look at it himself and lunged back. They didn't hear what he said, because at that moment the ship winked out of existence around them, and a star battleship the size of a small Midlands industrial city plunged out of the sundered night towards them, star lasers ablaze. A nightmare storm of blistering light seared through the blackness and smacked a fair bit off the planet directly behind them. They gaped, pop-eyed, and were unable to scream.